Good morning. Here's a look outside. We have some low clouds and some strong winds that have been rattling our Storm Team Skycam network camera here in Fargo just a little bit this morning. And will continue to be on the windy side all morning long. So that's going to be the big story today, is the wind and the cold that's coming with it. And here's a look at our current wind speeds. Strongest gust in Fergus Falls there at 44 miles per hour. Fargo's at 37 miles per hour and a gust to 39 in Grand Forks. So our strongest winds now a little bit farther south from yesterday. Yesterday they were up north, now overnight last night, and now in the south we're dealing with some stronger winds. Here's a look at our wind advisory. This is in effect until 6 a.m., so about an hour left on this, though we're still going to be dealing with windy conditions all morning long. And of course, this is for the southern valleys you see on the map. So your temperatures, we're in the teens to about 20 degrees, which isn't too bad for this time of year, but the problem here is this is probably going to be where we are throughout the day. We'll see some 20s, more places getting into the 20s, but not much warming going on here from yesterday's very mild weather. So 17 right now in Grand Forks and 20 in Fargo. Factor in that wind, and we've got wind chills that are 10 below right now in Langdon and 5 below in Thief River Falls and Howlock. Down in the Southern Valley, not as bad, but still feeling like we're near zero with a wind chill of 2 in Fargo. So we've got some lower visibility to the east as well. 2.5 miles in Baudette, 3 in Foston, and we're looking at 4 in Detroit Lakes. Your radar and satellite map shows some quiet weather as far as snow and cloud cover is concerned. However, we are seeing some returns closer to the radar site, indicating that there might be some of those little fine areas of snow throughout the valley that may be at times noticeable or detectable as those come down. Checking out your Tri-State view. If you need to hit the road today, big week this week for the holiday, and we've got snow over in Duluth, and of course here in the valley, a couple of spotty areas of very light snow, but otherwise not seeing much in the way of precip, at least not in the Tri-State area. We're looking at some just strong winds and cold air pooling in. If you head further afield, you're looking at some snow and rain down in Iowa and back over into Nebraska and back over into the Colorado Rockies. The big story today across the country is right here in the valley where we've got that colder air blasting in. There is some rain that's going to be moving into the Pacific Northwest. They're expecting some heavier rain going on there later on today. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. We've got some temperatures that are going to be into the teens to about 20 this morning to start, and then those numbers do climb a little bit. It's just not going to warm a lot, and we have gradual clearing happening too. Little by little the wind will come down, but it is going to be a windy morning, and at noon we're still looking at some gusts into the 20s. Ahead for later on, we're going to see some temperatures into the low to mid 20s in the Southern Valley, and up north more into the teens to about 20 degrees there, with again a little bit of sunshine, especially, or a lot of sunshine I should say, especially in the south and west. Now for tonight, looking at some temperatures that are going to be in the teens into the late night hours and starting their dip into the single digits in some areas. The good news is the wind kicks in out of the south. We get a switch in the wind direction. We start to get some warmer air moving in overnight and some cloud cover too in advance of our next disturbance that's going to move through the valley, but that will also keep our temperatures from dropping too much from there. So some single numbers in some spots to some low teens. And here comes our next chance for precip. This is during the daytime hours tomorrow. We're looking at some snow mixed in with a little bit of mixed precipitation on the warm side of it. It's going to be a quick shot. It's going to be a light amount of precip, but it could be just enough to coat some roads and cause a couple of issues out there. So if you're hitting the roads tomorrow, just be aware that you're might run into some of this. Definitely want to check the radar on a Valley News Live weather app before you hit the road. And of course, we'll be keeping you updated right here. And heading into the Thanksgiving holiday, a lot quieter. If you're just heading down the road during the day, expect to have some pretty quiet conditions. Temperatures into the 30s, mid 30s for your highs. And Black Friday, starting off not too bad. We've had some pretty cold Black Friday mornings. So this Friday, this year, we're looking at 28 to start in Fargo and temperatures that rise back into the upper 40s. And this weekend, not bad. Not warm, but not bad.
Thank you, Lisa. You can grab lunch with your family, friends, co-workers to help out a great charity. We'll have more on that next.